What's up, guys? It's Zay the Barber here with another tutorial. Before we get started, man, make sure you guys go check out the 𝐥𝐢𝐤𝐞 and get your blade modifier as well as the enhanced hair fibers. Man, the blade modifier is the hottest product in the industry, and make sure you guys get your enhanced hair fibers, man. It's really something that can really elevate your game. Follow me on Instagram at 𝐤𝐻𝑒_barber. But let's get started. Welcome to the shop. So what we're going to do today with my client is we're going to do a taper fade with the beard lineup. He has like wavelength, so we're going to take him down a little bit. He particularly wants to keep it a little bit longer, so I'm going to do a 1.5 guard on the wall seniors. Just kind of taking off a little bit, not too much. Make sure that you're doing wavelength cuts. You're going with the grain. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. 2018 is going to be a good year, so I'm looking to end this year off with a nice little video and get started cracking in 2018. So right here, T outliners, just balding them out, getting out the guideline. So we start off with the fade masters. We're gonna start off open, halfway, closed. So remember, my techniques are: I have a fade master with the fade blade on it, and regular masters with the regular blade on it. I use the same techniques: open, halfway, closed. I used to use all the notches, but I've now been able to use just the 3 of the notches. So you want to be able to create your guidelines, work your way up, and then as well as work your way down. You're gonna notice that as I start getting a little bit higher. So we got our 0 guard right here, the 1/16 guard. As you can see, I'm just going around the head, then going over the ear. It's almost like doing a low fade, but still keeping the lineup on the sides where you can see the taper. I'm just cleaning it up with the regular masters. Right here we're going to use the 1 guard. So again, open, halfway, closed. But once you start getting to the 1 guard and 2 guard, you can just open and then close. His hair is growing a little bit differently on the sides. We're not going to be worried about it too much in the beginning. I'm kind of going to clean up towards, once you start getting the taper on the sides. That's a 2 guard right here. It's open. We're kind of just taking down the bulk, meeting the blend halfway. That's the 3 guard, open and then closed. Make sure you guys comb a lot. It's all about untangling the hair, getting the hair to lay down, and getting the best blend possible. As the hair grows like a different direction, you can see that I'm turning my blade so that I can, go with the hair. We're gonna start on the other side. So same thing. Basically, fade masters, open, halfway, closed. Regular masters, open, halfway, closed. Then the 0 guard, open, halfway, closed. Once you start getting into the 1 guard, you can just go open and closed. Work your way down from the 3, 2, 1. Just meet in halfway. You guys just want to be able to create your own methods with fading. Everybody's going to have different methods. So while you're watching this video, just take a few little snippets of what you would want, to use in your arsenal. So I want you guys also to pay attention to how my fade strokes are. They're consistent and they're in the same direction. You don't want to get too passive and not fade the hair. You want to actually really be cutting the hair. I see a lot of people on Instagram where their blends aren't all the way tight from the bottom to the top, And it's because when they get to the top, they start, being passive and not really blending in the hair from the, from the crown of the head to the top. So right here, we're balding it out, the T outliners. We're creating a moon shape kind of with the taper. So it's the same thing with the fade masters, regular masters, 0 guard, 1 guard, but you're just creating a moon shape, with the taper. And as well as you want to be a lot tighter than you would if you're just doing a regular bald fade or, a shadow fade. You want to be able to keep the taper within just the temple. So again, the T outliners, bald it out. You got the fade masters, open, halfway closed, regular masters, 0 guard, 1 guard, maybe even a 2 guard if you want to obviously I'm gonna be cleaning it up. You kind of want to just be able to get those simple basics down, and once you can get those basics down, you want to be able to repeat, and then just add in cleanup work throughout the process to where you can get, a better blend. As you can see, we have the 2 guard there. We were just trying to get some of that, the wave pattern, blended in. So now we're going to work on the beard. So we got the 2 guard with the grain, taking some of the extra hair down. When you blend the beard, I always work my way down. So it's like you balding them out. You're doing the same thing. Open, halfway closed with the regular, with the fade masters, then the regular masters, and then work your way down. Maybe even meet it halfway with the 2 guard, and just create a tight blend on the beard. You don't want to go too low, but you want to be able to see the transition on the beard. It really will go really well with the beard lineup. As you can see, I met it halfway with the 2 guard and 1 guard. And then little things that I see, especially with the beard, just use the corner of the blade. If you see little areas you can blend a little bit, just use the corner of the blade and kind of just blend it out. So right here we have the 0 guard on the masters. We're going, we're laying the hairs on the front down so that you can have a crispier lineup. Because a lot of times curly hairs can be sticking out. You really want to have all the hair laid down and then comb the lineup forward and just get all the hairs laid down to stay still. You can also apply spritz or any type of holding sprays to hold the hair. We're just doing a simple lineup. As you can see, he's kind of light on the sides, but you're going to be able to create an imaginary line, and just as obviously as straight as possible, but you don't want to be able to push somebody's hairline back. Comb a lot when you're lining up. Get all the curly hairs out so that obviously if they're taking a shower or something like that, they don't have curly hairs sticking out. You want to be able to get all the hairs to lay down and just line up over the top of it. Use the corner of the blades when you're on the sides to create that curve. Now we're going to be working on the beard. I always suggest that when you're lining up the bottom of the neck, always ask your client where they want to be lined up. It's definitely, I suggest to try to line up as low as possible sometimes, because some, especially African Americans, they can start bumping up if you, get too close to the jawline. So I always like to keep it, low as possible. As you see, when I'm lining up on the beard, on the top of it, I'm always going to be dragging the top blade up so that I can create that contour, that arch. Again, I'm starting from the bottom of the beard, working my way to the top, and then working back down to create that contour. So right here, we're going to be straight razoring my client. Right here, I'm using the Barber Sign Production straight razor by 𝐷 Barber Sign. You can follow him on Instagram at 𝐷 Barber Sign, as well as go on barbersignproductions.com to order your straight razor. I was telling my boy Ty that it's actually one of my favorite straight razors because it really keeps the blade still. Like, as you can see, I'm getting it pretty crispy on the beard when I pull the skin forward, and the blade's really staying still to get that crispy line. You always want to, when you finishing off with the straight razor, you always want to be able to just get that finishing touch with it. Get all the corners, the edges, the curves, the cheek hairs. Straight razor is definitely your finishing, defining touch. As you can see, I'm even getting the side of the beard as well to get even a crispier line, a defining line. And that's, his hairline without any fibers. We're going to apply fibers, but definitely the straight razor is something that it's just a defining, piece of the haircut. You can see how crispy his taper is. So right here we're using the enhanced hair fibers. You can get it on the 𝐷𝐷barber.com. So if you guys don't know how to apply fibers, apply the card right at the hairline and spray. You don't want to make it too chunky where you're spraying too hard. You want to spray back from a distance so you can get an even look. Definitely, enhancements is something that the industry has revolved around, and you definitely have to put this in your arsenal. Clients love it. I use it on myself, so I know from both perspectives, as a barber and as a client, that is definitely something that's useful in this industry. It's not something that you can hate on. It's really something that is putting more money into the barber's pocket, and you gotta respect it. If you guys really want your fibers to really stay in, what you guys can do is apply spritz over the fibers after you apply it, and blow dry the spritz into the hair so that it can hold the fibers in. I had clients who said, the fibers had lasted them seven days, even after, showering and everything like that. Obviously, if you deliberately, try to wash it out, it's going to come out. But if you apply the spritz with your clients, let them know that they can shower, but don't try to, scrub it out. It'll definitely stay in for a good, couple of days to a week. The fibers definitely gave him, that Hollywood look. He's looking crispy. He got, the fibers, the taper, the beard, the blends. Is definitely, the enhanced hair fibers really give it that finishing touch to the cut. So that's your all-around taper fade. As you can see, it's really crispy. I actually really like this cut on him. I kind of gave it my own flavor to it. But make sure you guys go follow me on Instagram at @Zay_the_Barber. I'm posting daily. Go to the 𝐷𝐷barber.com and get all your products, man. I'm talking about the blade modifier, the enhanced hair fiber kit. But stay tuned, guys, and see you guys on the next one. Hope you guys subscribe, tap in. Have a good one.